The man who has been the talk of the NFL offseason, joining us here on Stacking the Box. Look at him with his Jaguars background, ready to roll here. Christian Kirk, 4 years, $72 million. That's a sweet number. And, of course, working today with Rockin Protein. We'll get to that in a second. Me and Verderame, thrilled to be able to talk to you today. What's the first thing you bought when you got the new deal, Christian? Did you splurge on anything?
No, I haven't splurged on anything. I'm still looking to get a house here in Jacksonville. So finding a place to live, some living quarters, I think will be the first thing I purchase. With the new deal.
From your perspective, what was the process like for free agency? Obviously, it wasn't a long one. You signed pretty quickly. But how was that for you as you went through it?
It was exciting, but it's similar to, college in the sense of you do get a pick, where you're going again, from making that transition from high school to college. You get to pick where you're going again, but there's a lot of unknown and you don't know who's going to come to the table and who's going to be serious. Fortunately I had, a good amount of options and, it made it difficult, but Jacksonville was always a team that I was intrigued by the opportunity to play with Trevor Lawrence and especially with the hiring of, Coach Peterson, just always intrigued me. And it was great that I ended up here and I'm really excited.
How much conversation did you have, Christian, on how you would be used? Because you've played all over and had success, but did you want to know how they were thinking about the way they were going to, put you on the field?
Yeah, I definitely think that was part of it. But most teams had portrayed that they wanted me to have a primary role. And, from that sense, I feel like my role was going to say somewhat the same of, just being able to move inside and outside and being able to use me where I'm at my best. And I think that's where I am at my best. I know last year, played a lot in the slot, but still, played outside and, had some success. So that's what I like doing. And, since being here, that's the same way that they're going to use me here. And so I'm just excited for my role and to be able to get those opportunities.
Your deal really was at the forefront of what has been a wild offseason for receivers, right? You go in, you get a big deal in Jacksonville, well-deserved. Then after you get that deal, we see a little bit of a stalemate at the receiver position for free agents. Then Devontae Adams gets traded, gets a huge deal with the Raiders. Tyreek Hill, same thing, goes from the Chiefs to the Dolphins. Now Deebo Samuel, seemingly wanting to get traded. Obviously, he's in line to get a big deal, as are guys like Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown. Do you look at your deal and say, wow, I set off quite a trigger effect here, because your deal was the first one in that wave of 20+ million this offseason that has really seemingly put the NFL on its ear a little bit?
Yeah, and I think the key there is I just happened to be the first one. I think all those deals were inevitable. They were going to happen regardless. If, Devontae or Tyreek or, Stephon Diggs' deal was first, I think, the same thing would be said. But my deal was first, and, it's a great feeling. It's to be able to be one of the first and to be able to advocate for, our position, to be able to get paid that, I feel is necessary, and the impact that the receiver position has on the game, I think is worthy. But, definitely receiving some of the heat now from social media and whatnot, but good for those guys and being able to go and get, what I feel like they deserve. But, with the cap going up every year, you're going to see guys not only at the receiver position, but every other position start getting paid, more money.
You're playing this wrong. You should be calling those dudes up, say, hey, look, I set the market here. You guys have had this level of success, which means you're probably going to get a little bit more. I'm hoping to catch you down the line, by the way. But right now, you owe me a couple dollars. That's what I see.
Yeah, let's see if I can get a little extra signing bonus from them as well.
A little bit.
What kind of reaction? You mentioned on social media a little bit of smoke. I mean, what has it been like for you? Look, obviously for you, heck, whatever, right? Like, you got this a great deal. You're happy in Jacksonville. You're playing with Trevor Lawrence. You've got Coach Peterson. But I can't say I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, that deal, the first one over the wall always gets a little bit of backlash. And that contract frankly, despite your talent, I think it surprised some people. Are you surprised you've gotten some of that reaction that you mentioned on social media?
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. I know it comes with it. And, I know there's still, expectations and some more, people want to see, but, I'm ready for that. But Jacksonville brought me here. They are the ones who offered me the opportunity to be able to come here and be a part of this. And it was a no-brainer for me. And so, like I said, going back to your question, I'm not surprised with it. And I know a lot of people are, saying that basically I'm advocating for guys to, up and leave their team or, go advocate for more money. But, people are going to, work and they're going to find a place to where, they see fit and see where they can, continue their career, continue their success. And if those blockbuster contracts are to come with it, then they're to come with it.
It's a lot of zeros, my friend. Congratulations. Don't put it just I'm gonna be Coach Carm for 1 second here, Christian. Don't put any extra pressure on yourself. I think that's a natural thing to do. That you got to live up to the contract, but that's you don't need to do that. Going back to your start in Arizona, how do you think the Cardinals helped you get to this position? I mean, you came in with Josh Rosen, which and then of course you moved to Kyler and everything that Cliff's been able to do for you. Like, what's your biggest form of gratitude to Arizona?
Just everything. It was just such a great starting place for me to be able to begin my career and, being at home and being able to play, in front of the Red Sea and in front of all my family and friends week in and week out just meant a lot to me. It was a dream come true, growing up and watching the Arizona Cardinals and being an Arizona Cardinals fan and putting on that helmet and uniform was, surreal. Sometimes I had to pinch myself, but, like you said, being able to work with, Cliff and Kyler and, Larry and AJ Green, DeAndre, JJ Watt, Chandler, I can go on and on about all the great guys that, I was able to play with that came into that locker room. And so, all the credit and to them for, helping me get to the point to where I'm at today.
Did they put their best foot forward in your mind in trying to keep you?
Definitely, and it was hard to walk away. But like I said, I was just really excited about, a new opportunity, especially here in Jacksonville.
I got to ask you, you mentioned Arizona and everything that happened there. And you certainly had a good career there while you were there out of your rookie deal. But I'm curious. So Kyler Murray, it's been in the news, wants a new deal. No surprise there. The Cardinals have said they're not going to trade him, but they have not given him a new deal yet. Just having been there, having played with Kyler Murray, seeing his talent up close and personal, what are your thoughts on that situation?
Well, I think Kyler is one of the most competitive people I've been around, and everything that he does is to win football games, and that's all he wants to do, and that's where all the passion comes from, in his play. And so every time that I've been around him and have taken the field with him, that's never been in question. And that's the type of leader that you want, and that's the type of guy that you want in Arizona. And so I think that he's going to continue his success and take that next step and, proving that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league because, I know that's what he's got.
How long? Go ahead.
No, I was going to follow up by just saying, just bluntly, I mean, do you think the Cardinals are making a mistake by having not extended him to this point?
I mean, that's tough for me to say and, sit and, delegate that situation. But, I know whatever decision they decide that, Kyler's going to, keep being the player that he has been.
I'll put you in another tough spot, Christian. How long did it take you to realize before you knew that Josh Rosen just wasn't that guy, that this is not going to work out here?
Well, I mean, I think our team in that year from, I think it was like 4 or 5 games in, not winning a football game, it was pretty evident that, we weren't going to be the best football team that year. And, we were fighting an uphill battle, and it's tough, to have success when, you are struggling like that in a league where there's a very fine margin. And, if you don't fit that, then, you'll get left behind really quick. So it was a tough year for all of us.
Yeah. Well, you move forward beautifully. What's your communication been like with Trevor so far?
It's been great. We're just getting to know each other on and off the field. just love his demeanor, love his approach. We've been able to take the field a couple of times and, start working on scheme and timing and whatnot. And, you see all the talent, you see all the intangibles that everybody's talked about and why he's the number 1 overall pick. And so just looking forward to being able to help him, take the next step in year 2.
I'm curious, just moving forward with Trevor and this offense, it has some playmakers on it, guys like yourself, obviously LaVisca Chenault, some others as well, Evan Ingram coming in free agency. When you look at the team around you, obviously about to pick number 1 overall for the 2nd year in a row, but had made a lot of additions in the offseason. How do you see it going forward? I mean, do you view it as it's going to be a build, or do you view it as, hey, we've got a lot of talent. Maybe last year things didn't go so well here. Obviously, Urban Meyer, that didn't work out, but now a new regime, maybe a new culture. How do you view the 2022 Jaguars and what success would mean for them?
Well, I think the expectation is definitely to take a jump, especially being here in the building. Nobody's expecting this to be a build. We want to take a jump and take it quick. And so that's what we're working towards. And being aggressive in the draft and being aggressive in free agency, bringing in the guys that we've brought in. You can tell we want to take that step in winning games. And the first, milestone is making it to the playoffs. And, I think if we don't have that goal in our minds, we're a little messed up. So I know that's what we're gonna work towards, and we're gonna work to win.
Christian, you're working with Rockin Protein, 30 grams of protein, the real Shamrock Farms milk. Sounds delicious. Healthy source. We want to be healthy. Why'd you want to work with Rockin Protein?
Well, Shamrock Farms, who's celebrating their 100th year this year, is my hometown dairy. And I've been drinking Rockin Protein since, before high school football and throughout my high school career and into college and now the NFL. And to have the opportunity to be able to partner with them was a no-brainer. And nutritionally, it fits all my needs. And you said it sounds great. It is great. If you haven't had it, you should try it because it's just a no-brainer for me. And everybody that I've introduced it to loves the product. So just a great company, a great team to work with.
Let's give a shout out to the Jags fans on the way out here, because you got some passionate people down there. I mean, they don't get the love of, say, like, I don't know, Packers fans or Bears fans or whatever, but I on social media, you say something bad about the Jaguars, they're coming after you. So what's it been like down there for you walking around? You getting a lot of love?
Yeah, it's been great. Everybody down here has been awesome, and you can tell that people are excited and are looking forward to a winning season here in Jacksonville, and just excited to be able to help bring that opportunity here and give them something to cheer for. So I've loved every day I've been down here so far.
Verderame, any piece of advice to Christian on the way out here?
No pieces of advice. That's for sure. No, I can't go that route. I'll fun one quick. You got the number 1 overall pick here in a few days, in a week from now, actually. Who are you taking? Who's your guy? Is it a fellow Golden Domer? Like who's your pick?
I'm not gonna lie. I like the kid from Georgia.
Okay.
I'm an SEC guy, so I got to go with the SEC. You can't go wrong with the SEC, especially on defense. So, I like him. He's athletic, and you can't go wrong with an elite pass rusher. So I think he'd be a good addition for us.
I'm gonna flip back serious for just 1 second, because you came out after your junior year. If you're sitting here today, so I get it. But if you could go back, play the senior year, maybe your first round pick, do you do it?
Sorry, one more time.
If you could go back, you have your senior year, right?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe you're a first round pick the next season. Do you replay that one? Let's just say you end up in Arizona and still have the same experience.
No, I would do it the same way again. I would come out early. It was just the right decision for me, but I wouldn't change my path, for any reason.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be the answer. I love the college years, Christian. I want to go back to Iowa and do it again. So go Hawks. Hey, thanks for making time for us. Working with Rockin Protein, and good luck in Jacksonville. Enjoy, I guess, the offseason watching the draft, and thanks for being on Stacking the Box.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.